In 1645, a young samurai named Chubut stood before his master, his body trembling. Tomorrow, he would face his first real battle. Men would try to kill him, and he would try to kill them. He was terrified. "Master," Chubut whispered, "how do I stop feeling afraid?" The master looked at him with eyes that had witnessed 100 battles. "You don't," he replied calmly. "Fear never leaves. But I can teach you how to move through it as if it doesn't exist." Here is what no one tells you about courage. Samurai were not fearless. They felt the same terror you feel before a job interview, a difficult conversation, or standing up for yourself. The difference was simple. They had a system for acting despite fear. And that system works just as powerfully today as it did 400 years ago. The real question is this: are you ready to learn how warriors build courage when your brain is screaming at you to run? Chapter 1. The Awakening. Marcus Rivera was 32 years old when he realized fear had stolen his entire life. Not dramatic fear. No phobias of spiders or heights. Just the quiet, suffocating anxiety that made everything feel impossible. Phone calls at work made his heart race. Speaking in meetings required hours of rehearsal, and still he stayed silent. Approaching women? Forget it. Even texting friends felt exhausting. He was a senior software developer, intelligent, capable, completely paralyzed. One Tuesday, his boss pulled him aside. "Marcus, you're brilliant technically, but you need to present to clients. You need to lead meetings. If you can't do that, there's no path forward here." Marcus nodded. He knew he'd never do it. He knew he'd quit first. That night, sitting alone in his apartment, the same apartment he'd lived in for 8 years, because searching for a new one felt overwhelming, Marcus looked at his life. 35 dating app matches. Never messaged. 3 invitations from friends. All declined. 1 promotion opportunity. Avoided. 2 conference speaking invitations. Ignored. Every door that required courage stayed closed. And his world kept shrinking. His father called. "Son, are you coming for Thanksgiving?" "I don't know, Dad. I'm pretty busy." "Marcus," his father said gently but firmly, "you haven't visited in 2 years. You're not busy. You're hiding." The word hit like a slap. Hiding. It was exactly what he was doing. Hiding from phone calls. Hiding from social situations. Hiding from opportunities. Hiding from life itself. Marcus began to cry. Not dramatic sobbing, just silent tears rolling down his face as he sat in the dark, realizing fear had made every decision for him for the past decade. "Dad," he said quietly, "I don't know how to stop being afraid." There was a pause. "You remember my friend from Japan, Mr. Teta? He helps people with this exact thing. Not a therapist. Something different. Want his number?" Marcus almost said no. Calling a stranger terrified him, but something broke in that moment. "Yeah," he said. "Send it." Chapter 2. The principal meeting. Master Tude's dojo didn't look how Marcus expected. No guy-wearing students. No meditation cushions. Just a clean wooden space, with a small garden visible through floor-to-ceiling windows. Master Teta entered. Late 60s, lean, moving with a calm that made Marcus straighten his posture instinctively. "Marcus," Teta said, "your father tells me you have a problem with fear." "Yeah," Marcus replied. "I get anxious about everything. Phone calls, meetings, social situations. It's ruining my life." Teta nodded. "Tell me," he asked, "what do you think courage is?" Marcus thought for a moment. "Being brave. Not feeling afraid." "Wrong," Teta said, sitting down. "Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the trained ability to act despite fear." Samurai felt terror before every battle, but they had a system for moving through it. He gestured toward a scroll on the wall. 2 Japanese characters. "Futishin," he said. The immovable mind. Not a mind without fear, but a mind that fear cannot move. He pointed to another. And this Kaizen. Continuous improvement through microscopic steps. Marcus frowned. I don't understand how this helps anxiety. Teda leaned forward. When did you start avoiding things? Marcus thought back. College. I gave a presentation. Froze completely. Forgot everything. Everyone saw me fail. After that, I said no to anything public. So one bad experience created a pattern, Teda said. And that pattern has grown for how many years? 10. 10 years of training your brain that fear means stop. 10 years of reinforcing avoidance, and you think you can undo that in a weekend workshop? Marcus felt shame rise. So there's no hope. I didn't say that, Teda replied calmly. I said you can't undo 10 years in a weekend. But you can undo 10 years in 10 months, if you're willing to do something that feels impossibly small. What is it? Teda smiled. For the next 2 weeks, every day, make one phone call. Not a hard one. Call a restaurant and a scabathier hours. Call a store and ask if something is in stock. 30 seconds max. Marcus laughed. That's it? That won't fix my anxiety. You're right, Teda said. One call won't, but 14 calls will prove something crucial, that you can face microfear and survive. And that proof is the seed of all courage. Marcus left confused. He expected breathing techniques or meditation. Instead, he got, make a phone call, but one sentence stayed with him. You spent 10 years training your brain to be afraid. Now you'll spend 10 months training it to be brave. That night, day that scared me. Teda nodded. Not stupid, essential. You've learned the first. Principle of courage. Consistency beats intensity. Most people jump into the deep and big speech, big confrontation and drown. Then they never try again. Samurai trained courage by doing one slightly difficult thing, then another, then another. Now, Teda continued, for the next 2 weeks, same phone calls. But add this. In every work conversation, speak once. Just once? Marcus felt panic rise. I can't. Can you make one phone call per day? Yes. Then you can speak once per day. Same difficulty. Marcus realized Teda was right. Okay, he said. I'll try. No, Teda corrected. You'll do it. Trying gives permission to fail. Doing commits regardless of outcome. As Marcus left the dojo, something occurred to him. He wasn't alone. Men throughout history had felt this same suffocating fear, and some had found a way through not by eliminating fear, but by acting anyway. The samurai faced death with this system. Surely, he could face a meeting. If fear has been making your decisions for too long, you're not alone. That courage isn't a gift. It's a skill you build. And Marcus was just beginning that chapter. 4. Warrior psychology, the science of micro-courage. What Marcus didn't know was that Teta wasn't just teaching philosophy, he was applying neuroscience ethics. One sentence spoken. One sentence leads to connection. Connection leads to life. Marcus didn't need to become fearless. He needed to become one. Do it. The week before the presentation, Marcus didn't sleep well. He rehearsed obsessively. The fear was enormous. But he had learned something from Tada. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means this matters. explaining the software he knew inside out. At 29 minutes, he finished. The CTO nodded. Good work, Marcus. Clear presentation. When can we start implementation? Marcus walked out of the room in a daze. He hadn't died, hadn't been humiliated, hadn't failed catastrophically as his brain promised. He had just done it. That evening at the dojo, Tada smiled. You discovered something today. What was it? That I could do it, Marcus said. That fear lies about the outcome. Yes, Tada said, but deeper. What did you learn about yourself? Marcus thought that I'm not the person I thought I was. I'm not someone who can't present. I'm someone who is trained to avoid, and now I'm training myself to act. This, Tada said, is the first transformation. From the identity of a coward to the identity of someone building courage. Not from coward to hero, just from frozen to training. Samurai never thought of themselves as fearless. They thought of themselves as warriors in training, always training. Never arrived. This kept the ego small and progress constant. Marcus felt something shift. He wasn't broken. He was just undertrained, and training could continue forever. But the presentation was only a shallow victory. The real test, the one that would prove whether he truly changed, was still coming. Chapter 6. Deep Training Arc. The Fear Ladder. Tada introduced Marcus to what he called the Samurai Fear Ladder. In feudal Japan. Young warriors didn't go straight from training to battle. They progressed through increasingly difficult tests. First, solo night watch, facing darkness and solitude. Second, guarding important figures, responsibility without combat. Third, skirmishes with bandits, limited combat. Fourth, full battle, total chaos. Each leave built on the previous. Each level felt impossible until the one before it was mastered. We will do the same with your fears, Tada said. Marcus listed every situation that scared him, from 1 to 10. Making phone calls, mastered. Speaking in meetings, comfortable. Starting conversations with strangers, improving. Attending social events alone, terrifying. Public speaking to large groups, paralyzing. Confronting people, impossible. Asking women out, absolutely not. Leading a team, can't even imagine. We climb one rung at a time, Tada said. Never skip, never rush. Always complete before moving up. For the next 6 months, Marcus trained. Month 4, attended a networking event alone and introduced himself to 5 people. Felt like dying. Did it anyway. Month 5, joined Toastmasters, gave 2-minute speeches weekly. Hands shook every time. Continued anyway. Month 6, had a difficult conversation with a coworker who took credit for his work. Voice trembling. Said what needed saying. Month 7, asked a woman from his kickboxing class to coffee. She said no. He survived. Asked it again 2 weeks later. She said yes. Every rung felt impossible until it became the new baseline. This is Shoshin, beginner's mind, Tada explained. No ego. No, I should be better. Just I'm training this skill now. One day, Marcus broke down. I've been doing this for 6 months. Why is it still hard? Shouldn't I be confident by now? Tada's answer changed everything. You think theme point is confidence? No, the end point is competence despite discomfort. Samurai never stopped feeling fear. They stopped letting fear control behavior. You will always feel anxiety before difficulty. That's human. The goal isn't feeling brave. The goal is acting brave. Confidence is the result of action, not the prerequisite. Tada taught Marcus a morning ritual. 5 a.m. Wake 5:05 a.m. Cold shower. Physical discomfort training 5:15 a.m. Zazen meditation 5:25 a. Journal. One fear you'll face today 5:30 a.m. Plan exactly when and how you'll face it has created warrior presence, full awareness and commitment. Regardless of internal state, Marcus learned something profound. Discipline creates freedom. By committing Marcus led despite fear. He breathed. He spoke. He held boundaries. 3 months in, a major client demo failed. The software crashed in front of 50 people. Old Marcus would have collapsed. New Marcus felt overwhelming fear and acted anyway. A warrior does not wait for courage. He trains until action becomes possible.